All right, brothers and sisters, boys and girls, here we go. Here's a little editorial to kind of follow along for you guys to be able to do some of the stuff yourself. Um, I actually use DuckDuckGo. I don't use Google, and I don't use Bing. So I actually one of the tools that I actually like to use is right here. It's Noah, and of course, once I get to the page, I put it in my book tab, so I can just go here and then I open up all my tabs up here. So we'll just start off with space weather. Space weather. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, we'll just put in space weather prediction. Space weather. So there's spaceweather.com. This is another one that I use. So there's space weather here. Okay, that's .com. That is another one that I do have. See how it kind of highlighted it up. And we'll just take that one for instance. We'll actually start with that since it already pulled up. Spaceweatherlive.com or spaceweather.com. And this has a lot of different interesting information for you to be able to go through that they do. I actually do use this occasionally. They actually covered the solar eclipse that happened here in Antarctica. And they give a little bit of information about it. And oh, what's that? What's that? That's the eclipse. That's the moon covering the sun. What's that? Look at that, folks. I honestly wasn't even expecting to see that, like, whatsoever at all. Let's see if it's in this one. Oh, yeah. Looks like it's in this one, too, but it's not quite lit up yet. Right here. Actually, looks like there might be something here, too. That's actually pretty interesting. Oh, these guys, they cracked me up. I love it. So, I actually do come down here, and it's nice to be able to see here, because like here you can see your fireball watch for your little meteors, and you can actually see near Earth asteroids. Okay, and you have your data. This is all UTC Universal Time, missed distance, velocity, diameter, and it tells you that gives you the date on when they think it's going to be here. These are LD as lunar distances. So this is how many distances it is from Earth. So let's just say the top one is 0.4 lunar. So it's less than half the distance between us and the moon. Velocity 11 kilometers per second. Diameter 3 meters. So about 9 feet in diameter. Okay. So we don't really have a whole lot today, being the 5th. We don't really have anything that's like super scary. They've got this one highlighted. Anything under 1, they usually will highlight, in a darker color, like, hey, this is kind of close, which it is. 4 meters, 4 meters, that's about 12 feet. Most of the time, those will burn up in the atmosphere before they ever reach us. So something like this, 31 meters, that's definitely, or 42 meters, that's something to be have grievous concerns about. But that's actually what I like to do with this one here, and that's if we got something that's anything that's over 12 meters. Actually, for me, anything over 15 meters, I kind of try and keep an eye on it. Only because, something like that, if it's super dense, it could get through, and the impact will be small, but it could still impact. So we really don't have a whole lot going on that's of major concern so far. But that's just what they see. So there are other tools that they have here that you can go to and you can use. You can actually come down here to the bottom, and you can actually find yourself over here at NOAA. This is one of the ones I use, NOAA Space Weather Prediction Center. Okay, tap on the link. Boop. Here we are. This is one of the ones that I use, Space Weather Prediction Center. You come over here, hit your star button. As you can see, it's already got the star highlighted because this is one of the ones that I use. And you can come down and you can see what's going on with the sun. All right. Oh, looks like we're coming back up into B or C flare, which is coming off of our small sunspots that we have. Like we've got a little sunspot here, one here, and like one here. Really small, nothing really major. So we should be good for today. So that's how I get to this one. That's actually one of the ways you can get to this one. And then one of the other ways, I'm going to have to go down to the bottom again. Oh, there we go. Solar Dynamic Observatories. Okay, this is one of the other ones that I use. Tap on the link here. Here I am. And this is where I get a lot of the images and the data. And you come down here to this, you can go to the sun now, or you can go to the browse data. This is where I go for browse data. Put in your time, As you can see, I've got a star up here because I've got that saved in my browser. You put in your date. So if you want to see just for today, hello, come on, select it. There we go. Let's just go from, yeah, let's just do today just to kind of make this really quick. And you can choose the color that you want to see. So we'll just say red, and we'll hit submit, and it comes up just like that. And if you watch, you'll actually see the filament release. That's what we saw earlier, remember? So yeah, pretty cool, huh? So make sure that you guys, if you need to, go ahead and hit pause and kind of get this going for yourselves so that you guys can do this also. I mean, this is something that's very handy to do for yourself. If you don't have time to sit here and watch a video, you just want to give a quick glance, there's something that interests you more than something else, you can go ahead and take a look for yourself. Another one, stereo. Yeah, sometimes, well, I don't know where they're going to send me on here. Okay. Yeah. I don't really come here so much, but there are places that I do use stereo ahead and behind, and I actually use a different version than this. But yeah, so spaceweather.com, they do a pretty good job actually of giving you stuff to look at. Soho, this is one that I definitely use. Well, come on. There we go. Come over here to Soho, Solar and Heliospheric Observatory. Come here to Data and Archive. Boop. Soho Movie Theater. This is Lasco C2, which is going to be red. Just put in the date. We'll just do today. Today and today. Hit that twice. Generate. And there you go. If you want to change this to Lasco C3, change it to Lasco C3. Hit generate. And there you go. Ooh, how you doing, little buddy? Kind of nice how it starts off with that guy, right? So, now go back to here. Once again, back at spaceweather.com, they have a lot of this stuff that they actually put together. But not everything is here, though. I actually have to find sometimes back doors to get into them. Let's see. Here's another one. Spaceweatherlive.com. Okay, spaceweatherlive.com. You can literally put that right in, and this is what's going to come in. Actually, I'm not sure exactly what the home page is. I've got it saved on mine to come to here. I used to come here all the time for watching the sun and doing this, but then I actually found how to get to SDO, so I don't really I don't really do that anymore. But I will come here and I will check out solar flares, and I'll see what's going on, you know, with the flares. And I actually like this diagram a little bit better than one of the other ones that I watched, the one we were just at, the Space Weather Prediction Center. But that's just me. That's just personal preference. So yeah, you can see where all the little pops are. Boop. Let you know what's happening, what level it is. So like right now we're at B6.91. So yeah, this is one of my favorites to look over here. You can see what's going on with it. So yeah, I definitely encourage everybody to come over here. I mean, so, you know, when you get to the main page, just hit it here, boop, bookmark it, and then come in here and play around and see what you're looking at. Real-time solar activity. It's just another, it gives you sunspot regions, solar flares. I mean, there's all kinds of things. So we got 2902, 2903, 2904. See? Boom, boom, and boom. Even though this one is not named, yeah, it probably should be. But yeah, they do a pretty good job here. So I definitely encourage everybody to come here and take a look at it and see what's going on. You've got your Enlil, WSA Enlil, SDO, stereo, Soho, goes. Oh gosh, dang it. That really bothers me. I don't use goes a whole lot, but and most of these are just photos. But yeah, come in here and take a look. Get curious. There's nothing wrong with getting curious. And here's another one that I use regularly, the European Space Agency. You can literally go into a Google search and put in European Space Agency. You'll click on it, and this is the home page. And this is actually the only thing that I even need is this right here. I like to look at their euphoria, is what they call it, to take a look at their prediction model for plasma density and wind for when it's going to hit us. The European Space Agency seems to be much more accurate and honest about their recordings or reports than what NASA has for theirs. So that's why I use the European Space Agency. And you can, when you click on this here, you can take a look at the graphs. You can see this right here. This is centimeters cubed. Okay, you got 0 to 30. Anything over 10 is absolutely bad, not good. And so you can actually see the color indicator that it gives you for when we get struck here, and this being Earth right over here, right here in the middle. So yeah, you just kind of take a look at the charts and the graphs, and you go from there. Now here I am actually over at SEEDS. SEEDS is a solar eruptive event detection system. Okay, so you can just put on SEEDS satellite, and this will actually come up. Lasco C2. Tap on the day, and it gives you your results. And then you can just hit pause, of course, after it's cycled through, and then you can go as fast or as slow as you like it to kind of get your visual effects that you're looking for to try and see what's going on. Or if you like it going automatically, you know, feel free to let it rip, Tater Chip. You know, you can actually slow it down, so it'll bring your speed down right here, and then you can hit start and just let her kind of go to slower motion, because then you can kind of keep an eye on it as you're going. I mean, different strokes, different folks, right? Now from this point here, when we're at SEEDS, you've got LASCO, SECCHI, and near real time. This is actually the near real time. Okay, SECCHI beacon here. It's let's see, I gotta scroll down now. This actually, they have not updated this in 2 days. I wonder why. They don't want to have to update this. They're like, oh crap, how are we gonna block this stuff out because of the stuff that I've been showing y'all? They don't like that. But I kind of have a shortcut for that myself. I actually kind of come down here to SEEDS SECCHI, Chronograph 2 catalog. Now this is days behind as well. And you come down here in November. Yeah, see, they haven't even done the 30th yet. And they're like, oh crap, we don't want to do this. They do not, because the detail on this, even though it's a few days behind, the detail on this is really, really good. They really buffer and clean it up so you can really see when things happen. So with what I've showed you guys from the last few days, they do not want to have to update it. It's going to be very obvious on these two when that gets updated. That's going to be exciting. One of the other things that I like to check also is the Schumann resonance. Disclosure News is where I actually this says News Italia, but which is funny because this isn't really the Italian model. This would be the Russian model, unless they changed it for some reason. Yeah, this is actually the Russian model right here, and it's looking pretty decent. So once again, you can see I've got it start up here. This one here, you're gonna have to hit pause. Okay, you'll have to hit pause and actually kind of write this down yourself. I actually I had to do that in order to find this right here. I couldn't find it, but this is the actual Italian model for the Schumann. This right here is the electromagnetic field, or the very low frequency of the Earth. And you'll have to come on here and you'll have to do a little bit of reading, so that way you kind of understand what's going on. It looks like we're doing pretty good for the Schumann on both models, so that's good. And of course we have windy.com. This is actually one of my favorites to come to. It's really simple, just windy.com. You can search it in any search engine and it'll come up. And really, you just the only thing I do for this is I actually come over here and I start, you know, tapping with these and playing with them to see exactly what's going on. As far as like air quality, you know, you got your nitrous dioxide, your PM 2.5, aerosol ozone. You know, you should definitely go and do some studying and reading on these yourself to find out why these are bad, what levels are bad, and how it can affect the human body. Excuse me. So, but windy.com is another really good one that I use, especially when I'm looking for the PM 2.5. And I've explained that in some of my previous videos on why that's important and why it's not good. This is earthquakes and volcanodiscovery.com. This is another one that I use regularly. I always tap on, well, actually I go to hybrid and then plates. So that way I can see where all the tectonic plates are. And you can always come up here and you can play with your maps up here to see what you want. Today I'm giving a shout out to bxmully. This is a request of his to kind of do a little tutorial, kind of give you guys the website, so you guys can always, you know, hit pause, come here, and you can see that you got things to mess with up here. So that way you can kind of see what interests you the most. All right, I'll probably do another tutorial with a few others because there is some more. All right, you guys stay safe. Love you. Share and subscribe, please.
and hit the like button. Have a good one. Love y'all. Bye.